right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It was the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Sliding out of the pocket. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. One up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
third down, Young from the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there, 69 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And nothing too crazy there, a quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found the seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, it's Cunningham. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Cunningham escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Cunningham from the gun. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down is Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
2nd down, Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on first down. Cunningham firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
This is Thomas. Room here to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
It's Young off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
It's Young on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A second down throw for Young. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Thomas. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot!
It's a throw on second down. Cunningham. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot!
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot!
Young off the bootleg. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
Operating from the gun, Cunningham. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hayes. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Cunningham. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Wide open receiver complete. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit! Detroit!
third down. That's Thomas, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
First down, Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now here's Young. Eluding the pressure right, and incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Young working out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit, Detroit. Detroit, Detroit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Detroit! Detroit!
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Cunningham. Over the middle, complete. It's Hayes. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The result, a 1st down as a quick slant gets him 14.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Cunningham. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he whips that one incomplete there. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cunningham looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
1st and 10, Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
A play fake, now Young. Room to run past midfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is nope. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Young off the play fake. Throw left side complete. It's Hart. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Young now from the 50. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Young now. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Young on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a second down throw for Young. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Cunningham. Flush to his right. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Set. 319. 319. Leopard. Leopard. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Looking to throw on second down. Cunningham. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. the gun, Cunningham. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They come out here in the eye.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
They run with Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun on third down, Cunningham. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I like that. They helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
23 yards on the play. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Young now, operating from the gun, trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green
39. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw is Young. From the gun, he'll throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Saints have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And the Steelers set to take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw again. Cunningham looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hayes. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Cunningham over the middle, complete. It's Hayes. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
Green 39!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 30 yards there. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing, Young. And this one is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. Operating from the gun. Young. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on third and long. Cunningham buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Young. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the yellow line. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 16. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And their remarkable season Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.